I adore you guys. Seriously, I do. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was like, where's the potion? It's right here. Protection potion. Y'all. Protection potion. So good. And this one, and like every time I say it, I'm like, it's so good. But this one is so good. This one's so wild. And the things I had to go through for these elements, this is probably the most involved potion I've had to do. Where Source was like, I need you to take this element, then I need you to bless it in this way. I need to manipulate it in this way. Like the most put your magic in it of any of the potions. I mean, snake oil has python skin in it, and I went and like handled the python. So this one is really, it's wild. Literally, it's literally wild. Okay. I was saying, like my note says, this one goes in the very badass potion category. There's only 3 of my potions. This one I wouldn't use with caution necessarily, but I would be really careful with my intentions when I'm using this potion. I would make sure that I wasn't pointing it necessarily at anybody specific, right? This probably isn't the first oil that I would pick up if somebody had made me mad or done me wrong, because it's super powerful in that way. And you are always responsible for your energetic contribution. Always responsible for your energetic contribution. So you want to make sure that you are using this potion, even though it's got some real pointed elements in it, to protect yourself and not to project on others. That would be the warning. And when I talk, there are a couple of my potions that I use very judiciously. One of them being snake oil. I don't just put that on everything. And when I use it, I'm cognizant of how much I'm using. And then ready potion, I barely touch. Even though people who buy ready potion love it because it brings things into their life really, really fast. I'm just like, Source, when I'm ready for it, I will be ready for it. Like, that's how I am about my own daggone potion. So ready oil, snake oil, those are some big energy, big magic potions. And then this protection oil, big magic, big energy in this oil. Seriously. So that is the warning of this potion. Make sure you are pointing the protective energy toward yourself in a loving, cocooning way, and not out at other people in a very baneful, justice-seeking way. Because unless you're ready, unless you have decided that that is what you want to do and you are ready to be responsible for that energetic contribution, because the potion is going to move in the way that you have asked it to move as the practitioner. Okay? Okay. This is me. You always receive the mist from what you spray, and you always are responsible for your energetic contribution. That being said, the potion is super effective. Super effective. Okay. So, protection potion. This potion, and it's what I have in my notes is this potion feels like that aunt or that uncle who go to war for you, right? Who's so good. It's that one that when something happens to you, you hesitate to call because you like, I don't know if they're going to take it too far. Like, this potion feels like that. It might be a really beautiful one to blend, like maybe with ease oil, right? Or one to dilute when you use it in your lotion or shower gel or in some water, something like that, because it does feel, you can feel kind of the mount up energy that comes with this potion, okay? So what are the elements? Let's go through them as we always do in our potion teaching. Juniper, wax from a black spelled candle, red knotted ribbon, bone of owl's prey, lavender, ginger, tobacco. Those are the elements in this potion. Y'all, potions are not perfumes, but it smells so good. I'm like, maybe I missed my calling. Maybe I was supposed to be like a perfumer in some life or something. And then Source was like, Crystal, you just put in what I tell you to put in. I'm like, well, maybe I should be like a channel perfumer. Source is like, it's not your nose. It's the recipes that I give you and your obedience. But it does. It smells so, so good. And it's hard to describe the scent. But whoever smells like that, I want to hide behind them. Like, it was like, I want you to protect me for sure. It has the lavender in it, but it is not a floral. I think the tobacco makes it nice and weighty. This would be one of those kind of potions that I would say, if you have like cisgender men in your life, or people who identify in that way, humans who like kind of identify with like masculinity and that kind of thing, these scents would go in that kind of category, you know? So it really is this kind of that is not words, but it's like that. If you have reciprocity oil, or if you have ease oil, it's almost like this potion and like snake oil would be on one side of the pillow, and reciprocity and ease, like sun potions and moon potions, if that is helpful as a description. Okay, enough about that. Juniper. Juniper is in one of the first elements, and you can see the juniper in the potion right there. Oh, it's so pretty. All the potions are so pretty. And then you can see like the bone in the potion right there. We'll get to that. But anyway, you have juniper. Juniper is the herb of strategy. The herb of strategy. The herb of strategic thinking. Source says one of the most protective things is not getting yourself into trouble in the first place. A big part of protection is being aware of what is happening, what is coming at you, how to navigate, how to speak, how to lean in, when to retreat, right? And juniper, being an herb of strategy, brings in those energetic elements. It helps you see through things and see your way out. Think through it. Have strategic vision. And juniper brings in all of that energy. Juniper also has very strong cleansing properties. Energetic cleansing properties. Juniper is one of the smoke cleansing bundles that I like to sell on the website, right? Because it is going to strategically clear energies that are not serving you. Also, if there are energies around you that are being strategic toward you and not in the best way, juniper will illuminate that and clear that stuff out. It will disassemble folks' plans. Protection. You have a red knotted ribbon. See the knot in the ribbon? That is binding, y'all. That is binding. I cut the rope. I knot the rope. We cut off. We bind up. Anything that would come to disrupt you, right? Cut off, bound up. And red representing the root chakra, right? Representing groundedness and also representing physical reality. We are cutting off, we are binding up in your physical reality here on earth, anything that is coming to disrupt you. We're stopping that stuff in its tracks. Red also representing blood, and blood has long been an element used in protection, ritual, and redemptive magic. Red represents that energy. Red representing protection, redemption, covering, right? Instead, right? Ferocity, okay? That blood kind of energy representing ferocity, representing I will cut a representing source don't play about me, right? That kind of energy in this potion, protection. That's why you see the red there. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, protection, so good. If you have questions, I will be answering questions at the end. So put them in and I'll just scroll through if you have any questions. Okay. Then we have the wax of a black spelled candle. That was the second element that Source gave me. And this black candle, you know, anybody that has ever done a hex or any justice seeking magic knows you would use a black candle. This black candle is big return to sender energy, okay? Big return to sender energy, reversal energy, put to an end energy, right? This is why I say, make sure you're pointing this potion at yourself, around your loved one, around your finances, around your projects, and not over there at them. Right? Protect you, garrison yourself, and don't worry about being on the offense. Source is on the offense. The potion's on the offense already, okay? This one does not play. So big return to sender energy, reversal energy, put to an end energy. I speak over the wax as it drips. No hurt, harm, danger, or unnecessary inconvenience. And any person, place, energy, or entity that would dare interrupt your place or your progress is bound, and any intentional direction of energy toward you is reversed to the sender 100-fold. I'm going to read my petition again. No hurt, harm, danger, or unnecessary inconvenience, and any person, place, energy, or entity that would dare to interrupt your place or progress is bound, and any intentional direction of harmful energy toward you is reversed to sender 100-fold. That is the spell on the candle, and we've included the wax. And it is here. It's so pretty in there too. Can you see that? Let me see. There it is. That gray wax in there. Right there. So good. Okay, I'm actually going to lay it on its side to see if I can get the bone to come through. And I have to say it like that. Bone. Okay. Next. Bone of owl's prey. Everybody's like, Crystal, what is bone of owl's prey? Y'all, this is not like Eye of Newt. You know, we've got a potion that has Eye of Newt in it, and Eye of Newt really means mustard seed. And you know, through history, because of the persecution of powerful women, especially that could craft things and move energy, they had to hide the elements that they were using in names that would kind of shoo folks away. And so Eye of Newt is one of those things that they would use for mustard seed. But when I say bone of owl's prey, I don't mean like not bone of owl's prey and it's actually something else. No, I mean it's an actual bone, actual bone from the prey of an owl. Okay? Here's why. This was the first element that Source gave me. So protection or any justice-seeking kind of magic, almost always, and if I'm wrong, somebody let me know, but I've never seen it not include something sacrificial, period. And so Source was like, you need to put bone in it. I was actually like going to lunch, I was walking in an Outback Steakhouse. I was like, I gotta find some bones. And I was like, bone, Source? Like, are you sure? Source is like, yes, bone. And then my whole heart comes up because I'm like, how am I going to get bone? How am I going to do this ethically? Like, I promise you, I'm not putting anything in this potion that's not going to be ethically sourced. So like, how do I make bone happen, Source? And so I'm, you know, led through down the owl, up the owl tree. I don't know what to call it. And I did some research and I found this person. She is so dope too. I found this person who in her woods in Utah has owls. And she goes through and collects the pellets of the owls being, birds of prey, the hunters, collects the owl pellets. Well, owls can't digest the bone or like the feathers of its prey. And so that gets left behind in the pellets. And so during the day, while the owls are sleeping, she collects the pellets, separates the bone from their prey, from the pellets, sterilizes it, and now a piece is in each one of your potions. I'm smiling big so you guys remember my smile when you realize that I'm like putting bones in your potion and smelling candles. Cheese, right? But it's in here. Obviously, it's part, the bones are going to be different in each. I don't think I can get it to focus. The bones are going to be different in each one, obviously, because they are definitely harvested from owl leftovers, but we did it in a way that wouldn't disturb anybody's animal, wouldn't disturb the owls, doesn't disturb anything. We're literally, not interrupting the circle of life at all. And that was really important to me. And I don't know why I doubted that Source would ask me to do something that I wouldn't be able to do in a way that worked for me, because Source doesn't do that. People do that. Okay, anyway, I digress. So, can y'all hear outside my window? There was a horn going off. It's fine. Let me get back to this. Okay, so the bone offers the energy of the hunter and offers the energy of sacrifice that is in every effective protection spell that I've ever seen. So protection potion has that energy, and we're almost done. Let's talk about the olfactory elements, because the actual elements that you can see: juniper for strategic thinking, binding with the red rope, covering in the blood, the bone that offers the sacrifice, and the spelled candle that reverses and returns to center, like all of that stuff. Like I said, this potion is coming for anything that's coming for you. And so then the olfactory elements, the stuff you can smell that's in the potion, that potion, like if the elements you can see are like the auntie that goes to the door, the elements that you can smell are like the auntie that sits on the bed with you. Do you know I have a lot of aunties, right? And they all feel very protective to me. And so, there's the auntie that you're going to send to the door is going to cuss them out. That's probably my mama would be that auntie. Or Auntie Mina in my family might be that auntie. She's sweet, though. My mom would probably be the one I send to the door to handle them. And then, you might have my Auntie Brenda would probably be my auntie that would have sit on the bed with me and make me some pie or something, right, to comfort me. And so if that painted a picture for you of how the two elements in the potion, two types of elements in the potion serve you. So tobacco being the first element that you can smell, right? Tobacco ushers in respect. A lot of the trouble that comes to you in your life is because somebody just didn't know they needed to respect you, right? It comes as a result of disrespect, or it comes as a result of lack of self-respect. So tobacco ushers in respect. Protection is found in folks respecting you, energies respecting you, you respecting yourself. Tobacco is also often left on like ancestral altars, and we talked about ancestry a little bit in the Candle Magic Live. So if you didn't see that, go to the Candle Magic Live. But the ancestors that understand, that are strategic, that have your back, right? We are calling in that energy into this potion. So your spiritually minded and benevolent ancestors, we're calling in their protection with the tobacco element. Tobacco also ushers in divine guidance and supernatural waymaking. Protection. Ginger. And ginger is often used in petitioning for like physical healing too. So if you want to think about protection of your body, this would be a really good potion to point in that direction, right? Protection in your body. But ginger calls in success, it brings things to fruition quickly or to completion quickly, right? Ginger offers kind of that quickening element. It has very warming energy, settling energy, like you have ginger to settle your stomach. Think about that. Everything's rustled up and then the ginger comes in and settles it down. Everything's coming up. The ginger settles. It grounds, right? Ginger comes and it says, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. It's handled. And then you have lavender. And lavender says, we have bound, we have returned to sender, we have cut, we have sacrificed, right? We've called in our ancestors. If you can feel soothed, you can feel rest, right? It's handled. You don't have to fight so hard because the energy is already moving on your behalf. You're covered, you're protected. So good. So that is the teaching for the elements of protection potion. It is live in the potion section of crystaltheoracle.com. There are 35 potions. No, it's $35 and there's 18 different potions, which is incredible to me that we've got this crazy library of potions. And I'm going to start talking a lot more about all the potions that are there, because people that use them really, really love them, and I use them every day. But the potions are all $35. There's a whole library of potions. This one is called Protection, and it is live now on crystaltheoracle.com. Okay, let's see. I didn't see any comments or questions, which is just fine. Look at all of you. Thank you for being here. Okay, that is it. Obviously, we go together. I love you so much. If you need me, I'm available via DM, and happy Friday. Okay, bye.